Evernote and Roam Research, two legendary apps. Both promise powerful note-taking and idea management. So which one really delivers? On the left, Evernote, the classic, reliable digital notebook. On the right, Roam Research, designed for networked thinking and connected minds. Let's skip the buzzwords and get straight to what matters. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect.
Okay, quick pit stop. Let's see what categories we're actually going to compare. We've got price, organization style, features and innovation, search and retrieval, learning curve, and, oh yeah, audience fit. Keep these in mind because your answer's probably hiding right here. First up, price. So Evernote starts off cheaper if you go yearly. Like, you don't have to break the bank to get started. There's even a decent free tier, which is something you kind of expect these days. Honestly, the only catch? If you want all the fancy stuff, you'll have to pay. Now, Roam does toss you a free trial, which is nice, but after that, it's pricier, starting just a little higher. And that permanent free tier? Yeah, it doesn't really exist. So if you're counting those dollars, Evernote wins this round.
All right, let's talk organization style. Evernote's got that classic notebook and folder setup. You know, what you grew up with. It's super straightforward, linear, and honestly makes sense to pretty much everyone. Still, if you're trying to get all creative or connect weird ideas, it can feel kind of boxed in. Now, Roam is completely different. You get bi-directional links. That means notes kind of link back to each other, which is wild. And you get these nested bullets, so everything's super context-rich. It's almost like a brainstorm that never stops branching out. Of course, if you're someone who needs order, Roam can be a bit confusing. But honestly, for building those wild idea webs, Roam Research totally takes this category. Features and innovation. Now, this is a fun one. With Evernote, you get solid multimedia support and syncing between all your devices, which is great if you're switching between phone, tablet, computer, whatever. But let's be honest, sometimes it just feels a little dusty, like they're not rushing to add new cool stuff. Then there's Roam. Oh, and here's something cool. You get a graph view that literally shows how your notes connect. Roam is actually made for building entire knowledge bases. And if you're into that whole networked, interconnected thinking, it's kind of mind-blowing. It does kind of skip on the classic task and project management tools, though. Still, for creativity and innovation, Roam wins hands down. Oh, and here's something I bet you didn't know. Roam has a graph overview that lets you actually see all your notes as this wild, interconnected web. Seriously, imagine your thoughts as a spider web. Pretty cool, right? Moving on to search and retrieval. Evernote is almost famous for being great at searching huge piles of notes. You can tag, filter, and pretty much find anything, as long as you remember what you called it, right? But if you're hoping it'll magically surface some hidden link between, like, your recipe notes and work notes, well, not really. Now, Roam does something clever here. It's pretty good at showing how notes connect. You can discover themes in your ideas. Still, the classic search feature itself, surprisingly, it could be better. So, if you're all about just finding stuff quickly, Evernote's still the winner on this stage. Learning curve. Evernote absolutely nails this for most people. It's so intuitive, you just start using it. Folders, notes, good old drag and drop, nothing scary. If you're looking for that comfort zone, this is it. The flip side, it's not very flexible if you want to take things up a notch with networked thinking. Now, Roam can get super efficient, especially if you live on your keyboard. But oh man, the first week, you're probably staring at the screen wondering what is happening. It's a steep climb before it gets fun. So for ease of use, Evernote takes the gold. Who's it for? Audience fit. Evernote is kind of like your utility knife. It works for anyone. Note takers, business folks, freelancers, even your grandma if she's digital. But if you want to build a research knowledge network or work on really complicated idea maps, it kind of falls short. Roam, though, is a favorite for researchers, academics, and people who live for deep dives. It supports that wild workflow, but can feel a bit niche if you're just trying to take grocery lists, you know? Honestly, it's close. Both have their tribe. We'll call this one a tie.
Imagine a radar chart where Evernote shines in price, classic organization, search, and ease of use, while Roam's rock in the creative and innovation front, plus organization. You can really see where your vibe matches up, depending on what you actually want out of a note app. So if you like things steady, simple, and reliable, Evernote is your guy. But
If you want to dig deep into ideas, make connections, and build a personal wiki, Roam Research is honestly hard to top. It's just about what works for your workflow. Are you team classic notebook, or do you want to build an idea galaxy?
Let me know. Are you writing with Team Notebook or Team Networked Notes? And hey, bookmark this for next time you need a productivity boost.